Hello, this is the May 2013 video edition of the Iowa General Fund Monthly Revenue Memo. I am Jeff Robinson, Senior Fiscal Analyst for the Iowa Legislative Services Agency, the nonpartisan support agency of the Iowa Legislature. This video will cover Iowa net general fund revenue for the first 11 months of cash fiscal year 2013. Over the months of July through May, Iowa net general fund revenue increased $534.7 million, up 9.7% compared to the same 11 months last year. The month of May alone increased $123.4 million, and that came on the heels of April's $77.7 million increase. Let's have a look at net receipts by month over the most recent 13 months. For the following charts, underlying numbers have not been adjusted for any calendar or processing issues. Revenue increase months are colored blue and decrease months are red. Net general fund revenue decreased only once in the past 13 months, with that being March 2013. Without a change made by the federal government in the due date for farm income tax returns, that month would have been positive also. May's $917.9 million in net revenue is a record single revenue month in Iowa history, eclipsing the $806.4 million posted in May of 2008. And the $123.4 million in net revenue growth is the second largest monthly dollar increase, with only the increase experienced May 2011 exceeding the month of May 2013. However, revenue for May 2013 was not universally strong. The due date for Iowa individual income tax returns was April 30. So a large portion of the payment taxpayers owe when they file tax returns is deposited during the month of May. The deposit of individual income tax return payments increased $120.8 million compared to last May, accounting for 98% of the overall growth in net revenue for the month. The remaining income sources combined for only $2.6 million in growth. For the month, individual income tax withholding deposits increased, while corporate tax and sales and use tax deposits decreased. If we look at the past 6 months, December through May, we see a similar story. Overall, net general fund revenue growth has been very high, but most of the growth is from individual income tax payments, with little growth or even declines shown in other taxes. This table provides a summary of net tax revenue, gross deposits minus tax refunds, by tax category. Over the period, Iowa has experienced $347 million in growth, with over 90% of that growth coming through the individual income tax. Iowa's other traditional driver of revenue growth, sales and use tax, increased just $8 million, and corporate tax net deposits decreased for the period. One half of the $31 million increase shown in the other taxes item is the result of insurance tax deposit timing issue that will reverse in June. Of the $337.8 million in individual income tax growth, $83 million is a result of higher income tax withholding deposits, and the remaining $255 million comes from the net increase in estimate payments, payments with tax returns, and tax refunds. This $255 million is no doubt heavily influenced by the federal tax changes that took effect January 1, 2013, with taxpayers seeking to avoid paying higher federal income taxes, recognizing income in tax year 2012 instead of tax year 2013. In summary, net general fund revenue growth remains very strong, with fiscal year 2013 well above expectations. A very large percent of the recent growth has been in individual income tax, and that growth has been caused by actions taken by taxpayers at the conclusion of tax calendar year 2012 to avoid pending federal tax changes. I thank you for your time and your interest in Iowa General Fund revenue. Please be sure to check out our next monthly video memo, available in early July.